Mr. Lynch, lives will be live forever. Good morning, Mr. Simply, or 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 simply, David. David Lynch. It's May 20th, so nearly 20 days of this. May 2025, and it's Tuesday in Naples. Today, it seems totally cloudy. Yes, white, grey cloudy, pretty white. Only white, right? General white, grey cloudy is kind of general. And it also seems it's not at the moment. Yes, it's early afternoon already. They are 13 and yes, 18 minutes, 73 for Fahrenheit, 23 Celsius, and it means it's really soft, like in this period, soft classic adjective choice for the spring also to be as a quarter of second, and if the summer will be 4 years because I created this channel, majority 17,000 remaining, and then for the other season, including the fact that the spring, there are still 3 years where, as perhaps some non remember if you collaborate on Baruch, suppose indeed. I'm sure. Try see the amazing thing for Simmons, Society Metals and Purpose Active. Should watch it's better than perhaps Parax for me. I didn't miss you in the evaluation. Also, fact for the autumn, summer, and spring, and sense fact for the autumn, say just before Sesic, those adjective, soft for some adjective for vintage adjective, in general, for all these seasons. In general, in fact, sono da sostituire che a casi adjective and as you can agree, at least for me, also figure if you do the interlude in copiesa, the reason for 20 minutes first 2 months practically of the spring, since in fact, they are exactly 2 months since materially since April 4 it was a Friday, and at the same time it also seems early summer, slight summer, yes, atmosphere, of course, you are in May, where you going to January, where you going to summer, but this is for me, also for people, for me, in general, questo è stile, ma trascravata, also in atmosphere in general, yes, I think I can say some things just for you, bad narcissism, so can be, as I'm refusing it. Che riaffermo, fake temperature, repeated just before, 73 for Fahrenheit, 23 Celsius. At important thing that atmosphere, that anticipated. So before you listen. Essere le cortine sono, se mi ripeto, senza tanta delle cortine in genere, uscire nel nostro prefetto. At least suppose if I can realize and repeat it, sky, pratica, yes. Totally material cloudy, maximum see only white in general. This is marked as just before actioning material cloudy, and according to what I read, perhaps consider also the trend as days in the afternoon, in fact late afternoon, 3 my sensation, 13, etc. I think later, yes, making darker, bigger, and also net material for a few moments of rain, probably think very close. But as reason bisogna oggi senso wizard, so to see if it's clear, it's come screen, very clear. Well, bad, mettersi nei contrari, bad, well. So reason, medical winner in un gruppo di suo, insomma, tutto praticamente, insomma, diversi anni alfa, e fa che non si vede, si può fra un letto, si trattenga, tu lo fa, perfetto, vivete, si può tenere, e arrivi, insomma, diversi anni alfa. Va bene, non so se più per presa, se mi visibile nel mio, tu sono se betta visibile per me, senti che ne c'è, anzi, quando si viene già ne c'è. Se vedi che riuscito in sostituire per vendere cortini sono generali, se posso sia che si per me betta rispetto alle ricette, sia che anzi, quando si viene già ne c'è. And finally, from a medical keyboard and AGX, 640 APG 625, also new citizens may have generated. Yeah, questo è molto vivo, sono già andati per essere che dingatore, posso non problema esiste. Posso rimettere il fan, prossimo schizzo, and finally, I hope you will have a great breakfast. Today it's Lì netti in genere non sono F quasi ritmi informasi, te non importa se tu si fare fondere con gli acidi sembrano tutti i servi. Il suo nome del film, prossimo schizzo, e infatti io poi un get breakfast. Today it's lì netti in genere non sono F quasi ritmi informasi, te non importa se tu si fare fondere con gli acidi sembrano tutti i servi. Ne fa cambiare breakfast, finta ne azione biglietto, all'istante vita. Fiente partea meticulosă, sfântătarea olizilor, exercițiul său, la de repeat close, se că de regulate summers, that just totally obviously, sono important thing. Mata, è l'importante che ci sia, ma si attenzione a me, also dei fortunati so. I'm really angry. And as we used to say, che fa, si sono sul tempo for. Absolutely. En zo is het werk zo'n shot. Biscuits. Maar mijn neem komen zo kunnen biscuits en zitten. Vind het one of the best fat the best kind of cookie. Yes, of what type of a cookie. Yes, are the chocolate chip cookies. The fact mistake it was with never also favorite biscuit of strange and particular two other things that really would say red. And are these. The first one is buttermilk fat one shot sonic and sweet coffee obviously. Posso fare qui chocolate fa questo è andato una shot fa come video. That shot another thing within this also the fact that things breakfast was about it's last video in particular mega bomb. Second thing was about the serious fact even if the beautiful sister Conad Transiers for me is art second piece of position the first piece of position for me era Pamma Transiers fuck was I do recommend the method because era really super bad. Tomorrow is supposed to find today. If I cannot till tomorrow to 11, I will see.